Hello everybody, this is Orange, and welcome to my Abyss, and welcome to my October 2023 manga haul. All dressed up in Halloween attire and ready to have a good spooky time this month. I hope you all are. Hope everyone's having a great October so far, and hopefully everyone will have a happy Halloween as well. Alright, so let's get started with all the manga I have gotten this month. I think I've gotten a very good supply of stuff I was super excited for, and also some new stuff I was super excited for too. Surprisingly, despite the month of spooks, not a lot of horror this month, which, bummer, but oh well. Let me put down good old Jack here, and let's jump right into the party. I believe I didn't say it before, but we have about 28 volumes, if I remember counting correctly, which I probably don't. So let's jump right into this with this pile right here, actually. I actually just got these 2 volumes today. I haven't had a chance to read them yet, and I want to, so they're at the top of the pile. Kimono Jihen, Volume 8. Haven't read this volume just yet, but so far it has been a very good, very fun, very exciting time. A good old battle shonen with a yokai flair. I love it. See, monsters. Monsters Halloween. I'm so very excited to read that, so that's going on this side. So I know I gotta read it. And next we have Mimi's Tales of Terror. This is one of my personal favorite Junji Ito stories, although I do believe, he only really did the art for this one, and the original story were by different people, but this is actually one of my personal favorites. I love the stories in this one, and I am very excited to be able to read it physically in legal form, wink wink. But I'm very excited for this one. Again, it's one of my favorites, and an actual horror manga for the month of the spooks. So very excited for this one. And also I was surprised to see it come in on a hardcover with the French flap folds. I never know what Viz is doing when it comes to their Junji Ito releases. They're always high quality and pretty, but I never know what they're going to do with them. It's wonderful. And coming up next, we have Correspondence from the Ends of the Universe, Volumes 1, 2, and 3. So this is a 5-volume series, so it's going to be a quick read once it all comes out. But it's about a guy who's kind of teleported to the ends of the universe, and he's told, you gotta work now for 10 years, have fun, enjoy your life. And it is a very interesting time. A lot of cool alien world building, a lot of characters that I like a lot. I just think it's a very interesting, cool story, and I am a fan of the art too. I think the artwork is very unique, very cool, does horror very well as well. The existential dread of working. And up next we have Beasts of Abigail, Volumes 1, 2, 3, and 4. I actually really like the series, which I'm kind of surprised about. I do love my more fantasy shoujo series, but this is like a high school Omegaverse situation. It doesn't go as hardcore into Omegaverse for those who know. It's just the basic, you have your alphas and your omegas, and some basic stuff like that. And I'm typically not that much into that when it comes to stories, but I decided to give this one a chance, and I really liked it. I really adored the cast of characters we got. Pretty much all of them, but the male maid lead. I wasn't much of a fan of him. But I liked all the other characters. I think it had one of my favorite shoujo leads in a while. I love her. She is full of Nina, I believe her name is. Yep, Nina. She has so much personality and so much eagerness to fight, and I like that. But this was a good time, and I adored the supporting cast too. It's just a short 4 volumes, and I wish it was longer because I liked a lot of the characters, and I wanted to just hang out with them more. The sadness of shoujo is a lot of it is very short. So yeah. And up next we have The Ancient Magus Bride, Volumes 17 and 18. So I'm all caught up with this series, and Volume 19 I believe is going to be coming out soon, and then the series I believe is on a hiatus. But do not worry, because the second part of the second season of the anime is currently airing, and it is very good so far. I've been enjoying it immensely. But it's The Ancient Magus Bride. It's just a good time. I like the magic college setting. I know some people don't. I do. I like the characters we're hanging out with. And it's a good time, and I just love the characters so much. And up next, we have Kageki Shoujo, Volume 10. Perfect, beautiful, peak, nothing better than this. This is, a perfect series that I adore very much, but I honestly adore Kageki Shoujo. It is such a good time to read it. I love the characters, and the artwork's so fun, and just, the drama, and it's about theater kids, which I am. It's a very good time. And look at that cover. Oh, she has a gun. If this is a very good series, if you want something a bit more different and slice of lifey while still being just intense, good drama and good characters, Rikigeki Shoujo, it's a good time. And then, up next, we have Zodiac PI, volumes 1, 2, 3, that one's not in good condition, and 4. If you cannot tell from the spine, this is a old Tokyo Pop release. Oh, Tokyo Pop, you sure are a manga company. They have so many good or they had so many good series, like, in their arsenal that, like, they lost. When, of course, like, the history of Tokyo Pop is long and fraught. And, like, they lost a lot of their licenses. And a lot of their licenses, like, have been, like, republished, like Sailor Moon, Cardcaptor Sakura, pretty much, yeah, all their clamp titles in general. Gravitation, I think, was original Tokyo Pop, and that one just got re-announced. But yeah, they have a lot of good, just, like, classic series that just aren't available to, like, read, at least in America anymore, and it's kind of a bummer, because, like, they do have a lot of, like, really good stuff that I would really like to get my hands on. And when it comes to a lot of old Tokyo Pop stuff, like, it's either, like, super cheap and super easy to find, or it's, like, it's gonna cost you $200 for one volume that, like, looks like absolute garbage. So I just wish more companies would be eager to, like, grab Tokyo Pop's old licenses up and, like, reprint them. All I want is Pet Shop of Horror, guys. It's not that hard. Reprint Pet Shop of Horrors for me, please. But on the manga at hand, it's Zodiac PI. This is just a short 4-volume, like, cute, just, like, 2000s slightly fantasy tinged shoujo, and I adored it. It was just a fun time to read. Sometimes you just want to have a good time. You don't need to have any, like, deep thoughts. Sometimes you just gotta read something and go, like, this is cute, this is good, I like the characters, the artwork is gorgeous. It's a good time. I endured it. What I do like to do, since Tokyo Pop did actually license out so much stuff, is I like to go through, like, all of their old, like, licenses that they have advertised in the back, and, like, look and see if then any of them are available. I don't know, I think it's fun. I don't know. I wish that old Tokyo Pop and CMX titles will come back into print, like, someday. It's so annoying to, like, have a series and you're like, oh, I want to read this series so bad. And then, like, you look it up and it's like, oh, company went defunct. So it's either the volumes are going to be $2 or $200. What am I going to do with my life? And then, up next, a more up-to-date series, I guess. We have Dan Da Dan, volume 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I decided to give this series a chance, and I really adored it. It is a very fun, like, supernatural shonen with a bunch of action and a bunch of, like, weird stuff going on, and I am a fan of weird stuff. It is a good time. And I will say, though, volume 1, I know, puts a lot of people off because there is a, let's just say, like, kind of sexual situation that the main female character is put through, and it turns, like, a lot of people off immediately, and I fully understand that. But I will say, as the series goes on, like, there is still, like, the sexual shonen content you would expect, but, like, it's toned down a lot. So, like, pretty much the worst we have so far is just, like, that first volume, and what happens in that one. But after that, it just, like, levels out and has, like, a romance I'm actually really into. A bunch of characters that I adore so much. I'm just really interested in seeing where the story goes, because I've seen a bunch of out-of-context stuff online, and, it gets wild, it gets wacky. I love a freak shonen. I love a weird shonen with weird characters and weird scenarios. I'm a JoJo's fan. I love when my shonen is weird. And up next we have, you know, those classic red spines, we have Beastmaster, volumes 1 and 2. Why is it cheetah print? I don't like cheetah print, but oh well. I decided to pick up this series. It's just 2 volumes, and it's actually by the mangaka behind Queen's Quality, QQ Sweeper. Nageki Daisy, I actually haven't read that one, but I know some people have and some people like it. So I just decided to pick this up. First of all, love Queen's Quality. It's one of my favorite series that's, like, currently ongoing. Very good time. I highly recommend it. But I just decided to pick up Beastmaster because, like, it looked fun. It was only 2 volumes, and it's from, like, a manga that I really like a work of. And this one is, don't let, I guess, the covers fool you because of the chains here. This is just like it's a high school romance with a bit of a twist where the the main male lead is just a weird lion boy. He's just a weird feral little guy, and I love him. It's a fun comedy series. I had a really good time with this one, and I usually don't read a lot of high school romances just out of my personal taste, but it's occasionally fun to like pick something up you don't really read a lot of, because you might like it. You might like it. And I like this one a whole bunch. It was only 2 volumes and I really liked it, and I wish it was longer because I really liked the main characters. I thought they were a very cute couple. And then up next, oh, my absolute beloved, The Case Study of Vanitas, Volume 10. More Vanitas, what can I say? And I believe with this one, this actually is now, the anime came out before the manga. This is actually now up to date with what has been like animated within the anime. And it is very good and very happy and very, my brain is melting. It's hot in here, and it's hotter with this on. But it's Case Study of Vanitas. I really love Case Study of Vanitas. It's a really good time. Pandora Heart's one of my favorite series, and this one has just been delivering more and more good times. And I love the characters so much, and the artwork is always so pretty. And I just can't wait for more, but it takes a long time to release. But oh well! And up next, oh, my next beloved. This has been a good month for manga. We have Witch Hat Atelier, however you dang say it, Volume 11. More Witch Hat, more good time. I adore it. It's such a good series. If you haven't heard this from everyone else who collects manga, you gotta read the Witch Hat. The anime is coming out eventually. It's been announced. We don't know when. But yep, more Witch Hat, more showing off that Eisner Award. Good job. 10 out of 10. But yeah, I love this series, and this is another series that has like gaps between release dates, so it's just always a pain, like, oh, I got more Witch Hat. Oh, I gotta wait like another 7 months. But it's a good time. It's a good series. Catch it up if you haven't, because we don't know when that anime is going to come out. And then, oh my god, peak again, we have The Summer Hakuro Died, Volume 2. This has been a very interesting and wonderful series so far. It's just a very interesting concept too. What if your best friend died and came back wrong? It is a very good eldritch horror. It is so creepy and it's so good, but it's also like very funny at the same time too. There's like a lot of really like good relatable humor in this, mixed in with like the bouts of the horror. It's a very good time. I highly recommend it. Just look at the boy. There's nothing wrong with the boy. These are normal boys. Read The Summer Hakuro Died. It's so good. I can't wait for the next volume. And then up next we have sort of the more like Western / like not manga adjacent stuff. You know, I like talking about it all because I like reading it all. We have Tally, Daughter of the Moon, Volume 2. This is actually I believe originally a French manga and being translated into English, and I really liked it. I think at least 4 volumes are out in France so far, and this is Volume 2, but I really like this series. It's like your sort of like basic, generic, like medieval fantasy story, but I just adore the characters in this series so much. I adore like the art style. It's just a good time. Alan is my favorite character. In the back of this, it says that Alan's probably like the least popular character because of his funny little hairstyle, but I think more men should have stupid hairstyles and like a penchant for crying. It's a good series, and it's very fun so far, but also very, very long releases, like very long wait times, but I can't wait because I just have a lot of fun with the series. I just love it. It's a good time. And then up next, oh, let's go gamers! We have... The energy in this episode is weird. I'm sorry, guys. I'm in this funny outfit. And then we have the last thing, The Glass Scientist, Volume 1. This is actually originally published as a webcomic. The webcomic, The Glass Scientist, of course, and you can read it. I am up to date with the webcomic, and it is a fantastic, wonderful comic, and I love it. It's a take on Jekyll and Hyde with a bunch of other, like, flavored in, and I just love it so much. I love the characters, the artwork. Excuse me, the artwork is absolutely stunning. The colors are stunning because it's in color. Absolutely beautiful and stunning. Read the webcomic if you want to as well, because again, it's further along. And I believe the author recently said too that the webcomic is like reaching like the story's like final arc or climax, so it should be wrapping up eventually. But yep, I was so excited. I love having a lot of like the webcomics I love physically in my hands. It is just a gorgeous, beautiful experience. And this is a gorgeous, beautiful comic, and I love it. And oh, we got Frankenstein back there, and I think Frankenstein is my best character. Is the best character if you can't tell by how I'm dressed. Frankenstein is the best character of this, and I won't spoil anything. You go read this right now. You can. It's free. It's free online. The Glass Scientist. It's so good. So that's everything I got, and I gotta stop now before I ramble and this episode devolves even more. Thank you so much for watching this episode. What manga have you guys been reading? What horror manga or non-horror manga or even comics? Tell me, what are you dressing up as? I want to know. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this episode, and you guys have a wonderful night.